Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to take a closer look at the most epic battle of the entire 4th season again, and in today's part we will dive into the first part of the actual battle. But before we are going to do so, let me thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as all users of the YouTube thanks function who made one-time donations. Furthermore, please check out my newest video on my fantasy channel. Now, with all of that said, the failed teleportation attempt of Rico gave Pandora ample time to set off mines and land his first big hit, as well as gain some distance. And during the introduction part, Pandora's actor also successfully gained intel by letting Rico talk and connect him to the 13 heroes. But Pandora's actor also gained vital combat intel about the foe. He noticed that the armored person had plenty of HP, but no MP, and yet he was still able to teleport and to cast a holy buff to his weapons and his armor. And even more curious, once he casted world-separating barrier, the HP of the enemy had sunken by a pretty huge chunk, something that was also very unusual for an Yggdrasil. Spells are casted with MP, not HP, and yet his armor was able to cast spells with his HP. After noticing all of that, we also noticed for the first time that the world-class item, the Red Orb of Ainz Ooal, the very item that has a confirmed power that is effective against dragons, is missing from Ainz Ooal's very chest. And this was also communicated by the novels, in fact even by the very cover art. So at this point, we can be sure that something was up with Ainz, in quotation marks, and during all of this analyzing of Platinum from Pandora's point of view, he was actually hit with something that should be an extremely damaging attack. One of Platinum's weapon was a heavy hammer, dealing crushing type damage, something the undead are very weak to. But thanks to Body of Effulgent Berry, a spell he casted before Platinum's attack, the attack did not do any damage, and Pandora could safely claim that he had prepared some countermeasures to one of the greatest weaknesses all skeletons have, while Platinum was obviously aware what the weakness was. And speaking of him, after Platinum went full on anime and attempted to teleport behind Ainz, and presumably say nothing personal, it was now Pandora's turn to teleport, but he crashed right into the world-separating barrier and couldn't proceed any further. Even with teleportation, this barrier was still able to keep him inside. And this was Platinum's plan. While Ainz did a little Dark Souls reference and tested the barrier with a coin, if anything could cross the barrier, he recasted delayed teleportation and Body of Effulgent Berry, because even though one attack had no effect on the surprised Sorcerer King, Platinum would of course not believe his foe during a life and undeath battle. And so once he finally came out of the delayed teleportation spell, he still tried to crush the undead with his hammer. And while it dealt no damage, it still pushed the false Ainz Ooal around a bit, because not only Pandora casted a spell, but Platinum did the same and added a knockback effect to his weapon. Now at this point, it should be obvious to the viewer that this isn't Platinum's first fight, nor was it his first fight and kill of a player. In the 14th novel, it was actually revealed and confirmed that Platinum did indeed kill players before and had some intel on Yggdrasil online. And with all of that said, his battle strategy was now pretty obvious. He made sure that the player, and only the player, was inside his world-separating barrier. Once the barrier intercepted the teleportation attempt, Platinum then would teleport behind the enemy and push the by that point surprised player, a person who until now might have never had a actual serious fight in the new world, really hard into the barrier. And by this point, fear, panic, a lot of pain and confusion should set in, and the by now badly stressed wounded player would commit rash, uncalculated actions, while Platinum could keep his cool and finish the now cornered rat without having any fear of its bite. Because remember, he uses a proxy that can't be hurt. And that's how it would have gone down if the opponent wasn't Pandora's actor, who was pursuing a plan of its very own, after noticing that Platinum must have casted another spell, because of the knockback effect of his hammer, and his most recent decrease in HP. And so another part of the battle has been analyzed, with yet more parts to follow, And with all of that said, I say thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to Ader Daddy Ader, Bad Guy Yee, Bad Burrito 316, B There, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Phil Shivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, Oh Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantum, Personage, Primus 11, Q-Ne Carcos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rocket Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenokai, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.